From the second division in Spain to qualifying for the Champions League, Girona has taken the world by storm. At one point in the season, they were first place and everyone was surprised and all eyes were on them. However, they sold their best players and did not make any big signings to follow. So with no big signings made, that means that our first season, we're going to be getting to splash cash. As you can see, this is what the squad's looking like before I got rid of any of the players as I just loaded up the save. But players like Daley Blind, great player. I really enjoyed him at United, Ajax, but he's aging, he's getting old, along with it, aging David Lopez. So we're going to try to get him out for money. And then look at that depth at the left back position, center back. The defense, there's just really no depth. So we are going to be mainly focusing on winning at least 2 trophies within 3 seasons. This video is going to be a little bit short. I know the goal is to win the Champions League. However, I'm going to vacation soon. And with some class stuff, because I took some classes, you know, it's been a little hard to record consistently. So I'm trying to get this video out for you before my vacation. So we have 3 seasons to do it, and it's going to be good. We have players like Pablo Torre, who we got to terminate the loan. Savio, Yankuto, I've already gotten rid of from the loans. And then Dubvik is going to be sold along with Garcia. So players like Van de Beek, who we do know came into Girona from Man United. As you can see, it's showing he's in Frankfurt, and the reason for that is because he was on loan at Frankfurt before he was sold. So for the first season, a player like him, I don't know if there's other players, maybe Gil, who was came in on loan, might be on loan already, so we're gonna have to see if we can actually bring them in this season. Brian Gill, the left winger, to come in and replace Savinho. I know it's crazy to say Savinho with that big move to Manchester City, but a player, Brian Gill, who was he was a top prospect at one time, but then a lot of people feel like he fell off the map or wrote off his name. But hopefully at Girona, he has a really good stint and can boost his career and stock up again. And as you can see, Romeu, the center defensive mid, sort of clowned from Barcelona, he's going to be coming in. Does he take over Garcia's spot? I am not sure, because he is a defensive midfielder. I feel like he will. So in real life, it kind of makes sense to have an anchoring, you know, player, more physical. But when it comes to end the game, it's not really the best option. And then along with him, we are bringing in Lucas. Hit my mic, sorry guys. Lucas Beraldo from PSG. He is a short-term option as we are moving forward with our center backs, and he is young, has great chance to develop throughout the season. So hopefully he performs really well. And the reason why I'm making this move is because it's similar from, you know, getting a loan that's Brazilian. So kind of reminds you of a certain player, Savio. So that's why we brought him in. So after getting those loan players, as you can see, Alex Garcia leaving the club for around 56, 57, I don't know. So Juventus sold 57 million euros. So that's going to help us improve the team a lot, because we do need a lot of depth. Now, this move might be shocking, but with him being blacklisted from the project of Juventus, Szczesny is going to be our keeper. The ex-Arsenal man, the current Juventus player, but now leaving. I think this is a great thing, especially since we're going through a revamp within the squad. Get a very good shot-stopping goalkeeper. I'm surprised that Thiago Motta isn't involving him. I don't know if it's because he's not really a ball-playing goalkeeper, but all the reason for us to get him, it would be interesting to see where he goes since he is now a free agent. But in this game, unfortunately, he's not, so we had to pay a little for him. But he's coming in, and he's going to be our goalkeeper. The man from Ivory Coast is coming in, Wilfried Single, 6'3", physical beast. He has great passing for a center back. He is currently a player for Monaco, I believe, and he's only 22 years of age, so he's extremely young. He has room to grow, and he's already a really solid player. So hopefully he becomes an end game player for us. So as you can see, we still have no fullback depth. We do need to get some fullbacks into the team, especially since Jan Couto left. And then in addition, Dovbik is still here because for some reason he just doesn't want to be sold. No one's offering up. So hopefully we'll play him for the beginning. We're going to cheat just a little bit until we do get offers, and then once we get offers, we will guaranteed sell him. And the same thing goes for, I'm not gonna butcher his name. I'm just gonna say Gaz, but same thing for him. For some reason, he doesn't want to be sold. So we're going to have to loan in a striker along with 2 fullbacks, and that'll be it for this first season. But it's gonna happen a little bit before the transfer window ends. So we will be playing with this lineup for now. For fullback depth, I brought a young defender from the Eredivisie, and to fix our striker issue, I brought in Mofi, the Nigerian striker from the French league from Nice. As you can see, we have ourselves at 6th place after the small moves we made for the squad depth. it wasn't a bad season while losing our best players. However, look how many draws we had, 16 draws. That's what really set us back. If we take even 6 of those, that's like 12 points. So we would have been on like 70 points. We would have been fifth. So we would have had Europa League. So that's unfortunate. When it comes to Copa de España, we went up pretty early in the round of 16. We lost to Celta Vigo. That is just not it. We lost to Celta Vigo in the round of 16 on penalties, which was extremely unfortunate. However, not so bad for losing our best players. Once again, if we look at the squad development, we have Gil going up, I believe, 3 ratings. Sengankov only going up 1. Martinez and Gutierrez have gone up 3, which is really nice, along with Beraldo and Singo. Romeo stay the same, but that's to be expected. And then some slight digression from a bunch of older players that we had, such as Blind, I believe our goalkeeper Juan Carlos, and then where's the midfielder? Was it Juanpe? No, it was like Martinez. Where's Martinez? Is he up here? I don't know. Maybe I saw them. But that's how the squad is looking. Now, when it comes to the stats, most of our good games came from Segankov. As you can see, 27 goal contributions in under 40 games. Extremely impressive. And then our midfield, 5 and 9 from Martin, along with Herrera going 3 and 4. But if you look at the rest of the squad, you see 4 assists from Martinez. And then if we go up to our forwards, we have Gil, who got 9 goals. I'm not complaining, especially for, you know, the rating and how much we got him. Hopefully he can improve during the next season and get more goals. Muffy, 10 goals, 28 assists, or 28 appearances. So this loan spell, I'd say, was pretty successful, and I'm happy. However, we are not going to be getting him. I'm thinking of leaving him and then, or letting him leave the club back to Nice, and then we're going to be picking up another striker who is younger and I feel like could add more to the team. As you can see, the core of the team is actually not bad. We have Chesney, 87. He's gone up 1. Even though he's older, he could give us 1, maybe 2 more seasons depending on the game if they decide to regress him or digress him. Beraldo, I'm going to be getting on a permanent. I'm going to pay the fee along with Gil because let's have some fun. And then I'm thinking, so the main positions is going to have to be a striker, and then along with a holding midfielder since Romeo was only on loan. And then maybe with some of the older players leaving, some good squad depth. To, as you can see, we only have on the bench a 79 overall. That's the only one that's close to 80. So clearly the bench needs work because a lot of the draws that we had were from rotational games. So that's what we're going to be doing next season. To strengthen that midfield spot, we are bringing in the midfielder who is linked to many clubs. The Europa League winner, Edison. This man, he's Brazilian. He's physical. He's great on the ball. He is a great pivot player for us. And I think with his development, his physicality, he'll bring a lot. And I think he'll be able to cover more than Romeo. So hopefully that helps with the defense and conceding so many goals. Our last striker was Nigerian, and we're replacing him with another Nigerian striker. You've definitely heard this man. I believe he was the first player to get a hat-trick in the Europa League finals. Aramola, Lookman, Ederson's teammate from Atalanta. We're bringing them in as a duo signing, sort of similar to Mazraoui and De Ligt. These two are extremely important to Atalanta's success, and with how good he is, I'm hoping that he can be a great goal scorer for us. Not the same similar to Dobvik or maybe Muffy. Muffy's fast, but Adamola is a little shorter, but hopefully it will be to his advantage. For some reason, it says the Van de Beek transfer went through. However, it is not letting us put him in the squad, and he's not coming into the club despite getting the animation and everything. So we are getting the closest player that I can. He's in this save at Sheffield United. I can't remember if he is there or not, but I believe his name is Gustav Hammer. He is a Dutch midfielder. He is well-rounded but not fast. Similar play style to Van de Beek. Creative ability, dribbling, distribution, and good on the ball. So we are bringing him into the club as our replacement. We lost out on our Spanish left back Gutierrez, but it's fine because we're bringing another one. He's coming back into La Liga. As you can see, Cucurella from Chelsea. He did well in the Euros along at the end of the Chelsea season, so that's why we're bringing him in. If you paid attention to Serie A, specifically Bologna, you know who this player is. John Lucumi. He's a Colombian midfield defender. Sorry, he's been really good for Bologna and also a part of that Colombia squad for the Copa America over the summer. So we are bringing him in as now he is in his prime and he's looking really solid. So we do need depth in the center back position since we lost out on Blin, and then I believe his name is on something, so we're bringing him in. Our second to final move for this offseason, Bola. He's a Hungarian right back. He is, I believe, 24 years of age. Now, he isn't the best overall, but with Girona, they find these players and they develop it, and then they sell them on one of those selling clubs. So I'm going to be taking him in, hopefully to develop decently and take over the backup right back position. We don't want him starting because we do have Martinez on that right back, and I think he has amazing potential. And we are going to loan in a more experienced right back, and you guys will definitely know him. He's played in the Prem. I think he still is, but we'll show you who that is. Ricardo Pereira, I believe a part of the Leicester Prem winning team. I can't remember. My memory's a bit foggy there, but we're bringing him in. He's a little bit older. However, he is better than Bola, and I think he's the closest thing to 80 overall, and we don't have a lot of those on the bench. So realistically, he's in his last couple years. I think this is a good signing for us because it'll help us with our rotational squad, to keep the fitness up. So this is what the squad has looked like. The starting 11 is pretty decent. We have some good development already, and the season just hasn't even started yet. The bench is okay with the signings of Lukumi, Pereira. We are looking solid. We have our project right back. As you can see here, here's the developments. I don't think he has any play styles. No, he doesn't. But this is the stats he is rocking with. Compared to our Loney left back, he is better. He's way more well-rounded. Jesus Christ. So that's why we brought him in. Hopefully he can develop well. But this is what we are going into for the next season. I'm going to come back and show you how we did. It's the end of the season, and if we look at the stats, not that well. Sigankov, 9-7 because he got injured majorly. He didn't play a good amount of games. I'm extremely disappointed with this season. Lookman, I feel like he could have done better. If we go to the standings, we ended up finishing, I believe, 9th after our decent first season. Yeah, we did. Extremely unfortunate. The goal difference was horrible. In the negatives, we drew a lot of games, didn't win a lot. So extremely unfortunate. If we go to competition, Copa de España, I think we went out decently early, which was unfortunate. Round of 16 to Atletico Madrid on penalties. And then also in the Europa League, we lost to Newcastle, 3-1 on aggregate, I believe. I don't know why I went out. 3-1 on aggregate to Newcastle. If we go to Europa League, in the round of 16, I want to say. No, we beat Villarreal in the round of 16, so it was in the quarterfinals. So extremely unfortunate. I think that means next season we have no European football, so we're just going to focus on the season. Chesney was 88 overall. He developed really high. I think he's starting to digress, so maybe we move on from him. Maybe we keep him one more season. Let's see how fast he's degrading. If we go, or not degraded, digressing. You guys will probably know the word. You know what I mean. We go to the development plan. He goes down 17 weeks, 20. So that's but it is off season, so that's another 4. So he is decent, but I think we will move him on, try to get money for him. As you can see, he's still a decent amount. Cucurella has gone up 3 overalls, lovely. Some nice development. Lukumi went up 2, so despite the age, he's been doing really well. Single 84, he is going to be great next season for us. Beraldo 81. I do have him as an important center back, however, with his overall, and I think with Single developing better than him, we are going to be getting a better starting center back, and we'll drop Beraldo to the bench with Lukumi. Even though they're both left-footed, we'll make it work. Martinez only gone up 1, but his injury. Segankov has gone lovely. Ederson up 2. Hammer, Martin. Like, we had decent development overall throughout the team, but just unfortunate. I also signed this left wing. I didn't want to bother you guys with cutscenes because I believe, who was it? It was our rotational option, Valeria something. His release clause got met, so I decided to get a simple backup. Doesn't need much play time, but he does have play styles, technical finesse, so I was hoping he did do well. But based on the stats, 73, so he did do decent. He did contribute. That's what we like to see out of a bench player. But did I go past Sankov? Yes, I did. 87 overall. He is a world-class player. 85 mil. I'm debating on if we move him on, because I did want to keep him as a core player. But, to keep it a little realistic, do we let him go because of the season? We'll see. The player that rejected a move from Liverpool. The player that rejected a big move from Liverpool, Martin Zubimendi, we're bringing him as our holding midfielder. I'm going to move Ederson up towards the midfield to take over Martin's place. We're going to be doing a swap deal, so we're getting rid of Martin in order to bring in Zubimendi. He is someone who's coming in at a decent rating, 84 overall, so he's better than Martin, but he still has room to develop because he has shown immense potential. So we are going to be making our midfield around him. Now, this man is a baller. Coop Miners, I'm really happy with him coming in. I think he's going to be great progressing the play, and he is very energetic. Having two solid midfielders that are box to boxes, and they are teammates in real life, which is kind of funny that I'm sticking to Atlanta theme. I just realized with Lookman and now, what's his name, Ederson. But we're bringing him in to solidify that midfield. I don't think we have enough to reinforce the back like I wanted to, but a midfield revamp might be what we needed. So this is what the squad is looking like overall. I am happy with this. This is going to be the last season because I did take long to get this video out because I didn't get to finish the video before vacation. So I am sorry about that. But in the next rebuild, we'll definitely be doing a big team. We're going to go all out on that. And don't worry, we're going to make sure we definitely win. But this, the goal is to win one trophy at least, I think, or even, I don't even know. If we make it to Champions League football, then maybe we'll do another season. But the squad's looking good. I think that not strengthening the back is going to be a problem for the season, but I think the midfield will be good enough to help with preventing a lot of goals because now we have a more concrete holding midfielder. I think Ederson is great defensively, but I think having him box to boxes and basically be able to do everything is being really good. But the bench is looking pretty much the same. Pereira's about to go though, so maybe we'll get a right back. Actually, no, we have Bola. So we'll see what we do with the rest of the money if we want to do something in January, but this is what we're doing going into the season. As you can see, the lineup is looking a little bit different, and by a little, I mean a lot. Kukureya and Segankov, both of their, release clauses, were met. So we're gonna have to change it up a bit. Since Gil is a left footer, I've decided to put him on the right, and then we've brought in Grealish to substitute. Well, he isn't really a replacement for the money. He is someone that can improve overall, and I decided to use the money to also splash out to get Balde, who is extremely young, another Spanish left back. Hopefully his physicality and defending improve because the pace is already beautiful and he has decent play styles. But that is our main changes, and then in January, if we need to, we will get a better center back than Beraldo. But this is what the squad is looking like, and honestly, it is not that bad compared to our last team before the start of the season. So I will see you guys at the end of the season, or if we make any cup finals. I'm starting to get frustrated at this point because the last season, with how the squad was looking, and I knew it had room to develop, I'm here thinking that we're definitely going to improve, maybe make a cup final or something. As you can see, after we just played our last match, 2 of our starting 11 are not on because one is injured and the other one had a red card. So if we do look at our full starting 11, Szczesny's starting to go down in rating. We're going to have to move him on. But as you can see, Gil stayed at 84. Kuminers, Ederson, Zubimendi, midfield upgraded. Single and Martinez stay the same. Balde gone all the way up to an 88. Grealish was our best player, even though he didn't go up at all. And then the bench, not that much development. A decent amount though, but like that is not the main problem. If we go to the standings, you're gonna see, I forgot what we got last season, but if I go now, 9th place, we were closer, like it was way tighter this season, at least from 3rd to 9th. But the fact that we drew 11 games and lost 10 is insane, especially with the squad. So I am disappointed on how this season ended. However, the next one, because my time restraints was a bit very like hectic, like my schedule was weird for this video, it will end like this, unfortunately. However, the future episodes, we're going to be more consistent. We're going to be able to actually push everything out on time, and along with be able to put our full effort. As you can see, our top goal scorer, Grealish, 15 goals. The fact that Lookman played 30 games, 10 goals and 6 assists, but he was injured most of the time. So clearly, like, he's good, but he hasn't done enough for us. So if you guys want to know another episode with also a lot of players leaving, let me know. I will gladly do Girona again from this same save. But I'm thinking moving on. As you see, Coop Minus in the midfield, 12 and 10. He's our second highest goal scorer. So this is how we know there's an issue there. But once again, if you want to see me continue, I will gladly do that. But in the next video will be another rebuild of a big team in Italy. So stay tuned for that. Have a good rest of your day. I'm sorry that this one ended with no no silverware or trophies. But that's going to be all for me, unfortunately. Have a good rest of your day, and peace.